Your relationship might be in danger, so stick around because I need that watch time.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
If you're watching this video, the chances are that you probably don't feel like your relationship is reaching its full potential. Maybe you feel like your girlfriend or your wife or whatever your relationship is with this woman, something's just not right, it's off, it doesn't feel like it used to be. And that's probably why you're watching this video. Well, try not to worry because I'm going to give you a few signs that your relationship is about to end. One of the first ways you'll know that your relationship's about to end, you've noticed that she doesn't give you as much time, energy and attention anymore. Now, I can tell you for a fact that a woman who is in love with a man is going to want to spend as much time as possible with him. And if she's no longer doing that, if she's sort of pulled away, you feel a shift in her energy, you feel like she doesn't really want to spend as much time with you anymore. Maybe she doesn't message you much anymore, maybe she doesn't call you, maybe she's also stopped flirting with you as well. It's a big sign that she's no longer feeling as strongly as she used to be. One thing you should be aware of, guys, is that things like this do happen. Relationships do break down, and sometimes you lose attraction for your partner, and this is really common with women. And one of the biggest reasons why women lose attraction for the men that they're dating is because over time men become complacent. Once they feel like this girl's in love with her and they feel very secure in the relationship, that's when he starts to let his guard down. And I don't necessarily mean emotionally, but what I do mean is that he becomes complacent. He stops trying to achieve his full potential because he feels like, well, I've got a girlfriend now, why do I need to be successful? I've got success right here. I've got success right here at home, I've got success with her, you know, she's my happiness now, she's my purpose. And there is one major thing wrong with that, guys, and that is the fact that you become dependent on this woman. If you become dependent on a woman as your source of happiness, your source of fulfillment in life, you will very quickly develop needy attributes, and no woman wants to be with a man who is needy. And the same can be said for a man. Do you really want a needy girlfriend who cannot live without you, who cannot spend time without you? And what this does, it pushes her away. It makes her feel an immense amount of pressure that she's not built to handle. She'll quickly start to feel more like your mother, like dating you as a chore, rather than seeing you as a fun, respectable guy who's interesting, who's attractive, who can stand on his own 2 feet, who's independent of her, who has goals, who has ambitions, who has a life outside of her. And if you don't have a life outside of your girlfriend, and believe me guys, you know, I've been there, I'm not gonna lie to you, I have, and I learned the hard way that if you don't set other priorities, you don't live a life separate from her, you don't have your own things going on in life, you will lose her. She will lose attraction for you, you won't be as respected as you used to be, you won't be as interesting anymore, and the relationship will break down. Another big reason why women lose attraction is because as a relationship progresses, the connection builds, the bond gets tighter, you get a lot closer to each other. And as I said earlier about men getting complacent in the relationship, once a man feels secure in the relationship, he no longer feels a sense of duty, a sense of purpose to become the best man he can be. And as a result, he loses touch with his masculine side, his masculine energy. He starts becoming more feminine, and this pushes the woman away. And sometimes this woman can become more masculine, or maybe she'll stay feminine, but either way that's not a good thing for a relationship. If a woman's feminine and the man's also being feminine as well, that attraction is slowly going to fade away. Because I want you to think about it right now. As a man, do you want to be with a woman who displays manly traits, who is not very womanly, is not very feminine, who doesn't really show much emotion, she's very emotionally closed off, she's always so stoic and unreactive, she's like yes, no, you know, like almost like robot. Like, you don't find that attractive, you don't want that in a woman, you don't like that cold behaviour because that's masculine, it pushes you away. And if you don't want to see that in women, you have to remain masculine. And anyway, I've rambled on a little bit. This video is supposed to be about signs your relationship is ending, so we've covered the first one. Another way you're going to know that your relationship is about to end is the fact that she starts spending time with another man. Is that you notice that she's on her phone a lot more and she seems to be texting a particular individual, and if this individual turns out to be a man, the chances are is that she's lining up the next person for her to date when your relationship finally does end. And the harsh truth is that a lot of women will do this. A lot of women will line up the next person. As soon as a woman is emotionally checked out of the relationship, that is where she no longer feels like she respects you, she no longer feels that loyalty towards you, that attachment has kind of faded away. And obviously a woman that likes you, a woman that wants to be with you, is not going going to spend all her time on the phone. She's going to spend a lot of her time talking to you, spending time with you. She's going to give you a lot of her time, energy and attention. But if you notice that she's always on the phone, and especially if you see her texting, she's on the phone, she's sort of like, you can see a little smile on her face, that is a big sign that she's possibly texting someone else, and she may be seeing someone else behind your back. And I don't want to put you down or anything, I don't want to fill your head full of really toxic shit, and hopefully, and all being well, it's not something to worry about. But if it is, just remember that as a man you should always be focused on your purpose, be in touch with your masculine energy, allow time and space in the relationship, don't be needy, and just keep things fun. When things are fun, they're simple, they're straightforward, everyone's happy. Another way you'll know if your relationship is about to end is if she stops telling you that she loves you. If she stops showing you affection, if she stops telling you that she loves you, maybe she's cut off intimacy, so you're no longer having sex with her. She doesn't want to cuddle much, she doesn't want to hold hands, she don't want to do anything along those lines. Maybe she even doesn't want to sleep in the same bed as you. Let's say if you don't live together and she no longer wants to sleep at your house, or she no longer wants you to stay over at hers, that's a big sign that she obviously doesn't feel much for you anymore. She's lost respect for you in some capacity. Women are very much in touch with their emotional side, as I'm sure you guys know. And believe me, if a woman is in love with a man, she's going to want to tell him, and she's going to want to tell him a lot. Women don't like to cover up their feelings once they're at the stage where they're in love with a man. And if she is covering up her feelings, or she's not expressing them, she's not showing you any kind of affection in any sort of way, and she certainly doesn't want to spend time with you or be intimate in any way, shape or form, then unfortunately guys, she's more than likely checked out emotionally. And the final way that you're going to know if your relationship is about to end is you've just got a gut feeling. There's not exactly any proof that it is over, but if you've got a gut feeling, the chances are that that's your body telling you that something's not right. If you feel like something's not right, it probably isn't. Your subconscious has probably detected that there is a shift in energy. She's no longer the same person that she used to be. She's no longer full of life, she's no longer full of energy. She's no longer wants to spend all that time with you. She no longer makes you feel important. She no longer treats you like a king, like a leader. She no longer makes you feel like you're on top of the world, like you're a masculine man. And if that's the case guys, then what I would do at this point is I would accept the situation for what it is. Maybe you can turn things around, and one of the best ways you can turn things around is if you are more in touch with your masculine energy. So if you want to become more masculine, click the video on screen right now. I hope this video was valuable to you. If it was, be sure to leave a like, a comment and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed that video. That's all I want to say about that. Oh!